Meeting for the first time in 2019, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Russian President Vladimir Putin revived a decades-long alliance. North Korea has unsurprisingly sided with Russia, calling the US, quote, the root cause of the Ukrainian crisis, the war reinforcing a basic lesson.
Only one, but very important. Never, ever surrender your nuclear weapons. They have known it anyway for decades, and now they got yet another confirmation. After Iraq, after Libya.
Pyongyang often makes the connection between the former leaders of Iraq and Libya giving up their nuclear ambitions, then losing power and ultimately their lives. Ukraine agreed to transfer thousands of nuclear warheads to Russia after the Soviet Union broke up in 1991. It did not have an independent weapons program.
But I think the war in Ukraine really affirms the North Korean view of how the world works. The North Koreans, I think, have persistently rejected the idea of any form of international order really having an effect on how states relate to each other.
Kim is experiencing the most favourable weapons testing environment he has seen in his 10 years in power. A split among United Nations Security Council permanent members, Russia and China on one side, the US, UK and France on the other, means the chances of punishing North Korea are zero.
It's quite clear that China and Russia will block additional sanctions, and frankly it's not quite clear what else can you possibly sanction.
North Korea has launched more than a dozen missiles already this year, including an intercontinental ballistic missile. Satellite imagery of the Punggye-ri underground testing site suggests a seventh nuclear test may also be imminent. North Korea invaded South Korea in 1950. The thought it might try again has long been dismissed. But Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the West's refusal to fight directly against a nuclear power is at least raising the question.
Maybe, just maybe, this American president of the year 2045 or 2055 will not risk San Francisco in order to save Seoul.
North Korea could also benefit potentially from countries boycotting Russian oil and gas. Cash-strapped Pyongyang would be more than happy to pick up some of the slack for Moscow, potentially at a discount, and certainly would appreciate dealing with a country that no longer feels constrained by US-led sanctions. Paula Hancocks, CNN Seoul.